Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Flagstaff MicroLite 21 FBRS travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around the unit, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. So a couple of things I want you to take note of is where your slide is. First off, you want to park so that your slide will not be hindered by anything, won't touch anything when it's coming out. And take note of where your water and electricity are hooked up so you can park accordingly. So it'll be on your driver's side toward the rear of the unit, both your electricity and water hookup. So once you've parked accordingly so that you can access all the utilities fine, we're going to unhook our hitch, which our hitch guy will go over with you. Next thing we're going to do is level our unit. So at the front of your unit, you do have a power tongue jack with a docking light and a button to raise your unit or lower. At the top of this, should you not have power, is a little hole for a manual crank. Simply under the manual crank and crank it up or down depending on which way you need to go. Speaking of power, one of the first things I like to do when arriving at the campsite is check my power connections. Just come to your battery, check your posts, make sure they're all nice and tight. They may have wiggled loose while traveling down the road. We've got our unit level. Next thing we're going to do is stabilize the unit. On all four corners you do have stabilizing jacks and this 3/4 inch hand crank to use on them. Right will bring them down, left will bring them up. Now what I recommend are jack pads for these. Protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks. Remember, these are stabilizing jacks, they're not leveling jacks, so have your unit level first and then bring it down your stabilizing jacks. Just bring them down taut. You just want them tight to hold your unit steady while you're moving around inside it. After you've brought down all four of these on all four corners, we've got our unit level, we've got our unit stable. Next thing we're going to do is hook up our water and electricity. Coming around to your off camp side all the way to the rear is your water and electricity hookups. Start with your electricity. Simply have this plug that plugs in. Comes to the end, it has a 30 amp adapter. That 30 amp, should you need to plug into 110 in your convenience pack, will be this 110 amperage reducer. Plug it into your 30, you can plug into 110. After you have your electricity hooked up, next thing we're going to hook up is our water. First thing to note is the water pressure regulator. This comes in your convenience pack. Anytime putting water into your unit, you're going to want to use this water pressure regulator. It's going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. Protecting your lines, you don't know what the water pressure is at each park. Now before turning on this water, we're going to come up and open up our hot water heater. In our hot water heater, you have a drain valve. Make sure that drain valve is in. You may have taken it out the last time you were camping to drain your hot water heater. Left it out, but make sure that's plugged in. Once that's plugged in, you can turn on your water. Once your water's been on for a little while, you pull this pressure release valve. That's going to let air out and then water. Once you see water shooting out there good, it's not going to harm anything down here. Once the water's shooting out, you know that your hot water heater is full and you can turn on your hot water heater. Should you be going camping and you don't have city water, next to your hot water tank is a potable water tank. Simply fill that potable water tank and do the same thing. Burp your hot water pressure. And then when using potable water, you'll turn on your water pump. You don't need to turn on your water pump when using City Water Connect. Once that's full, you're going to come down here and you're going to turn that on. Now do not turn this on until you know that your tank is full. Can't dry start this. So once that's on, you'll be able to start it from inside. Now that we've got our water hooked up and our electricity hooked up, I'm going to walk you around the outside of the unit and show you a few other things. To the right of your hot water tank, you do have your fresh water drain. In your slide, you do have more storage. That's accessible from behind your couch. You have an outdoor shower. City Water Connect, black tank flush, which we'll talk about later, and antifreeze inlet. Down below that, you do have your gray water and city water dumps. Coming around the back of your unit, you have a spare tire with a cover on it. Access to the back of your fridge. Up top there, this unit is prepped for a Furion backup camera. You can purchase that in our store and it'll electronically communicate between your vehicle and there and give you a little backup camera. You have a ladder to go up and check your seams and make sure everything's tight. Caulk any cracked seams. Coming around to your campsite. Next to your light there is an exhaust for your microwave and your outdoor speakers. This is a mount for a television. Should you want to hook up TV outside, there's your cable and your 110. This is your furnace heat release. That will get rather warm, so steer clear of that. You have a low point drain over here and an LP connect. You also have a griddle and grill that'll sit on this lip. There's your table to sit on that lip. And all of your storage and a removable table that you can store outside. You also have solar on the side should you decide to hook up solar panel. Going back to the front of the unit, last thing I'll talk about outside here is your propane regulator. Simply turn this regulator to the tank you wish to use. This will be green, it will turn red when the tank gets empty. So it covers everything on the outside. Let's go take a look inside your unit. I do want to talk to you about your solid steps, your step above steps. When bringing them in, make sure your door, bring it in or out, make sure your door is all the way open so that this doesn't catch on anything. These also have adjustable legs should you be on uneven ground. This stores, pulls and locks. Close the unit, close your door, lift and turn, and that's how you want it for travel. Open back up, pull the glue, make sure your door is all the way open, and lower. Now just inside the unit door, as with every unit, will be your fire extinguisher. Up above that, a 110 and your furnace. You have an access panel to your fuse box and breaker box. Looks like you have mostly 15s in there, a couple 40s. I highly recommend having those with you. Handful of those when you go camping. To the right of that is your 12 volt carbon monoxide detector. Now the reason I mention this 12 volt is because it's constantly running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, disconnect your battery. Keep this from running your battery down. Above that, let's talk about your Dometic Fridge. Open up your freezer at the top of your fridge. Turn it on. Right now it's hooked up to auto. Auto means when you're plugged into electricity, it automatically runs off electricity. As soon as you unplug, it automatically runs to gas. Or release that button and you are on gas. Coming around your unit now, past your bathroom door. In the living room is your thermostat. Right now it's on cool, the air is running nicely in here. You can use this for heat and cold, or just a fan. Below that, a 110. Your jackknife sofa. Your griddle and stand that'll go outside. Go next to your bed here. You'd have a 110 with the charging station, 12 volt as well. Let's talk about your Furrion television. So when arriving at the campsite, before you scan for channels, you're going to come to your cable hookup and press until this little green button's on. What that is, it's a digital channel enhance, so you'll pick up a lot more channels by having that pushed in before running your channel search. Below that, your IRV technology sound system. You can play your music indoors, outdoors, or both. Bluetooth compatible. These are furnace ducts. Come to your stove here. This glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Simply turn your stove to light, hit ignite. When your gas is on, that'll come on. You also have lighting and fan. Self-explanatory microwave. Up in the ceiling is your AC with your quick dump. Coming to the front of the unit here in the ceiling, this is your antenna. All the way to the left when traveling. Turn it to the right to raise it before scanning your channels. To the left of that is your smoke alarm. Well, it covers everything on the inside. I do want to mention that in your bathroom you will have a 110 with GFI Protect. Also have your fan and light above here. Turn the light back on. You can individually turn on and off this fan and raise or lower. Now let's head outside. So we brought everything up. Before leaving your campsite, because this is all clean water, you can come here to your low point drain. Right there. And empty both of those. Once you've emptied both of those, come around to your hot water heater. We're going to burp it again, make sure there's no air in the lines. Burp this again, and then pull your drain plug. That's going to drain all of your hot water. Last drain, fresh water drain. Simply pull that handle right there and your fresh water tank will empty. Now you're going up to the dump station. Take note that your dump is at the rear on your driver's side. You're going to hook up your sewage hose that comes in your convenience pack. And the first thing you're going to do to the right is pull your black tank. Once your black tank is pulled, leave that open. After it sounds like it's empty, you're going to take and hook up your hose to your tank flush. Again, use your water pressure regulator. Hook up here and run that for about 5 minutes. That's going to spray out your black tank and get all that nastiness out of there. Let that run for 5 minutes or so. Get a nice good cleaning. Shut your water off. Come down here and close your black tank. Then lastly, you're going to pull your gray tank. Your gray tank's going to be your cleaner waters, your showers, your sinks, and that's going to wash your hose out for you. After you're done, simply come to the rear of the unit and store your hose in there. Again, congratulations on the purchase of a really cool unit. Hope you guys have many years of camping with it. We thank you and happy camping.